Alright. Welcome back to another round of Star Technology. Today, we're going to try and see if we can get closer to Applied Energistics, AE2. So I've been doing some busy work off camera, trying to get us ready for that. So as you can see, our blast furnace has kind of changed around. We are now running MV hatches, and in the back it's got the MV energy hatches, so this thing is actually running at HV tier. Currently it's making us some Canthal. It's been a slow process, so I thought I'd get that thing started and let that thing go last night. So obviously this world doesn't run when I'm offline, so it only could do so much, but at least it's done and ready, so when we get into it today, it's already going. So I also worked on this stuff back here, trying to get these machines. We've seen them before, so I just set them back up to get them going again, but I'll kind of walk through what I did here. So we have our void extractor. He's running at MV as well. We've got a mixer right here. He's the one that's making all our drilling fluid and everything. So he's going through doing his job. Over on the side, I combined both of our output buses together into a chest, so everything's coming in there, which is nice. And then the bigger one, we have our two fluid output hatches, which are going into some super tanks. So we're finally getting some of the rare and raw ore slurries, like the different fluids. So that's good because we need some of the resources from especially the rare one, because we need chromium and whatnot to get us into the HV tier and to make a few other things. So that's good. And then, yeah, this barrel's just sitting here with lubricant, because literally to make 5 buckets of drilling fluid, it takes like 50 millibuckets of lubricant. Like, it's barely anything. So he's gonna go, that should be a ton of lubricant. So I think, honestly, we're gonna run out of stone dust before anything else. So, and then, yeah, we have our rock filtrator going. He is also running at MV, which is great. So we're processing sand through that, which is getting us, where is it? It's right here, the Certus Quartz Geodes, which is exactly what we need, because we need to start slowly getting into Applied Energistics. So similar thing, output bus is coming to the back. This chest is just here, so it can output it, and then away it goes. So this is everything we have. It hasn't been running for very long, so we don't have a lot, but each of its processes is really slow. Like, really slow. So there is a small part of me that's kind of tempted to make another rock filtrator. So, and then this machine back here, I just set this up real quick here. This is what's making all our sand to run that. So making cobblestone, turning it down into sand. The flint is getting dumped out below. Just melts into lava, don't really care. The sand goes into the rock filtrator, that's what's getting that processed, and then it actually sends the clay over here, back to the machine that I set up as well last night. This is the real Pulse. Hello, Revo. So, this machine here, it's pretty straightforward on what it's doing. Making us some cobblestone again into sand, burning the flint and all that. Then the sand is getting washed, similar to that machine, which is dedicated to making clay. It gets sent out, put into a macerator that makes clay dust, and then the electrolyzer is the one that's taking the clay dust and turning it into aluminum, lithium, sodium, and silicon. So now we're actually passive aluminum dust, which is great. So it'll just sit here, cook it away it goes. And then whenever we need to, we can start making aluminum ingots. So with all this, definitely had to upgrade the power a little bit. So now we got 6 of these generating coils. And yeah, half the time it can't keep up. So some days it's good, some days it's bad. Yesterday when I set it up, it was like, oh yeah, it's all charging, everything's good, not a problem. And now I look at it and it's like, no, apparently it's not charging. So I don't know where all the power is going. So that's another one we get to have fun figuring out. Because yeah, he shouldn't be using a lot. Yeah, like only when the machines are running, which is not often. So really, it's all coming down to our blast furnace. Yes, of course. In fact, I was hoping I could get some tips and tricks and help from you. So, because it's always a challenge. So I need you to figure this stuff out for me. So, The other thing, we just got some nitrogen sitting around in all these drums, so we can start processing Canthal. It doesn't necessarily need it. You can do a recipe where you're not using nitrogen, but it also makes it much slower. So, but we've already got 51. Eventually we're going to use this. We'll turn it into the ingots, blah, blah, blah. And then we'll turn it into some wire. I think it's the 1X Canthal wires. I can't remember which one it is right now, but essentially we're trying to make the Canthal coils. So this guy right here. So yeah, we need the 2X Canthal wires, which takes 1 ingot to make one of those, and then aluminum foil. That's again, so it's 8 ingots of that, and 1 ingot of the aluminum foil makes the Canthal coil. Rip to you if you're gonna ask me for help. This works the other way around. No, man. See, I'll be the master of trying to help you with your ATM playthrough, but then you in turn have to be the master to help me with my Greg Tech playthrough. I think that's a fair compromise and totally not one-sided. So here we have our aluminum wire, so that's already ready to go for us. I just quickly made that up. We're doing pretty decent on aluminum. So the math may seem a little bit weird because technically for one electric blast furnace you only need 16 Canthal coil blocks, but our goal here, because everything's just kind of sitting here waiting, because I just moved the coilovers for the MV stuff, is I actually have enough of what I need that we're going to make 2 electric blast furnaces, but they're going to wall share, so it actually shares 6 of them, which is great. So we only need 10 more Canthal coils to make the second one. So that'll give us 2 blast furnaces for the price of basically like 1.5. Rip to both of us then. Yeah, I don't really know much about ATM 10. I've only done ATM 10 to the skies. So, and it's, you know, it's such a different pack that I have no idea what I'm doing. I would try, but I gotta get back to shipping shit out for work. Well, I appreciate you stopping and saying hi. Sorry I scared you off, but I'm glad you came by and said hi. It's always appreciated. So it's always exciting when somebody comes and says hello. Especially when they're like experts of Greg Tech and they're like, hey, you're doing everything wrong. Okay, then I can learn. So enjoy work. I'm sure printers are in your future. And PowerShell scripts and all that fun stuff that I know you love doing. So eventually I'm going to have to move this particular belt. I just kind of threw it in there for now just so I could basically double dip on the clay that I'm getting. But eventually I'm going to have to move this because I do still want to do Blackstone. Just get that going. So, yeah. Otherwise, all the machines down here are all still doing their thing. Everything's going good on that front. So, the nice thing is you can hear the macerator. He's been going non-stop. Finally getting more crushed silver. I was completely out of silver because we weren't running the void extractor for a while, but now that it's back up and running, we can finally get that guy going. So now that I've made crushed silver, let's see what we can do to get the most out of this. Yeah, probably the ore wash. Yeah, I wouldn't mind some lead. Yeah, so why don't we do that? There's our ore washer. Well, there are some flaws with this wall design that I haven't figured out how to get through yet. Mostly because I haven't tried yet. But right now, doing like the ore washer is a very manual process. So what I can do, let's grab another barrel. Ooh. Grab him. Instead, we'll just put him there. Except that's the wrong machine. Put him there. There. Now he can work through our silver ore. And then he should be set. Yep. So he'll take from that barrel, dump into this barrel, away we go. The nice thing about doing this... Oh, oh no, that's our purified. So doing some of these extra steps, it takes forever to process a lot of our ores. But then we can get stone dust, which then in turn becomes drilling fluid by throwing stone dust into the mixer back here. So it's kind of, in a way, an infinite cycle. We just have to provide it with lubricant, which is really easy to get. For 1 redstone and 1 bucket of creosote oil, we can make 1 bucket of lubricant, which will make like 500 buckets of the drilling fluid. So, and creosote oil, well, that one's easy to get. That's literally just running coal or logs, which we're doing down here. So we got lots of that here. I'm really thinking this thing just does not like having 2 pipes off of a single hatch. It'll like work for a while, and then it'll quit. Appreciate the lurk, Revo. Always helps us out. Shipping and lurking, that's the Revo style. I was hoping using this pulse bot knows too much. Yeah, I know. I swear that thing listens. Like, not only to the chat, like, obviously it listens to the chat, but it also listens to me talk. Oh, that's just the tip of the iceberg. I know everything. Especially where the streamer keeps losing their craftables. Could you please share that info, PulseBot? Because I swear I lose stuff everywhere. Or at least that's how it feels some days. Yeah, see, like here again. It's not wanting to put more wood in. So I'll probably just have to make a second coke oven hatch and just be done with it and just put them, like, back here. You know what? Let's just go do that. And then we don't have to fight with it anymore. Let's see. Coke oven hatch, which is a coke oven brick, a barrel, and a chest. I think we can manage that. Probably just need the barrel. Let's close that. There's our barrel. We should have... Yeah, coke oven brick. Perfect. Yeah, because he just finished, so now he's not doing anything. Let's just throw... Actually, let's just throw it right here. To hatch. Throw that in. Structure still formed. Let's, instead of moving all that, let's just put a second item pipe. There we go. So that should hopefully stop that problem. Then the same hatch. If I wouldn't be surprised if, like, GregTech figures out which direction things are moving and then tries to switch itself as to, like, a... Because it's just a generic hatch. It's like, oh, no, I am an input or I am an output. I'm not both. And then that's what screws up the pipes. So, but yeah, that's how we're getting our creosote. That's just sitting there being made. I could automate it farther and have it pull right from our actual oak logs, but that's fine. So, and then, yeah, it's just, after that, grabbing some redstone, which we're getting tons of that. And away we go. Because, yeah, in here, yeah, there's 5,000 redstone. Again, and I just cleared this thing out of redstone like a little while ago, so we're definitely not short on redstone, that's for sure. Yeah, I want to switch efforts a little bit here. Normally I'd be trying to get into HV, which we're pretty much there. It's just a matter of waiting till we get some of the resources like the chromium and whatnot. But I really, really want to switch to getting the applied energistics system going. That one I'm, like, super excited for. And I I only want it for fluid management right now. Like, we're just going to use the Diamond Colossal Chest and have an interface. Same as the Tom Simple Storage, just have an interface looking at that. And that's going to be our actual storage. And then, just to help us out, we'll leave our sign here that's saying, oh yeah, you know, you've only got X amount of storage space left, so we would just want to leave that there so that we're not guessing. So let's look at some cells here, just to get an idea. So yeah, that's the item storage. Which one? These ones should be our fluids. Yeah, the orange guys. So yeah, we're gonna try to make like a few, probably, I want to say 16Ks. If that's possible. It should be, because that's soldering alloy, gold skystone. So we'll have to make a fair bit of skystone. But that's fine. We can figure all that kind of stuff out. Because I've never made skystone yet. But I can't imagine it's that hard. Cooper nickel at MV. So technically we're already good on that front. Mixer is gold dust and liquid skystone. Okay, that's pretty straightforward then. And that's not bad. One skystone, quote-unquote, ingot or dust, I guess, makes 3 skystone alloy dust. So that's not too bad. Then 1 case. So it's 3 logic processors. 1 ultra-low voltage Greg-Tech circuit, which could be any of these. So... And I don't... Oh, we could technically get into NAND. Tin wire. SOC chips. Rad alloy bolts. So we could technically look at doing that. Just try to make a bunch of those guys. Plastic printed circuit boards. Because I don't think we can quite do that. Sulfuric... Polybenzimidazole sheet. Oh, yeah, there's a different one. Polyethylene. Polytouch. I think we have... Which one do we have? We have one of them around here. Sulfur trioxide. Right there. Polyethylene. Okay. So we do have some options there. Yeah, we'll figure that stuff out later. But yeah, if I can have it do all the fluid cells in the disk drive, and then all our items out of the chest, I think that'll be a really cheap way of getting into AE2 for now, because, well, you saw the sign, it's only 6% full. So we should be good on item storage for quite a while. We're probably going to need more nitrogen. Yeah, because that's got 64 in it. The actual machine has 32 in it. So, yeah, we're going to definitely need some more nitrogen. Let's see. What's a good way to make nitrogen? I know I could do, yeah, the centrifuge and the gas collector. Honestly, that's probably going to be the easiest thing. Because we can... Yeah, because we have our gas collector right here. So we could just have him auto out. Tell him... fluid input. Nope, we want that. Nope, that one. And then that one. Because you should... Oh, no, you don't even have any air in it. That's why you're not wanting to work. Let's set you to 1. He'll start collecting. And then he should end up with the air. Let's wait. Not quite. There we go. Eventually, I will learn these. So then, we put him there. So he's... Actually, we need to grab... We have to manually grab the first one. So we'll let him do his thing. It takes about 80 seconds. But that actually works out pretty good, because that's almost 4 buckets of nitrogen. And we need 1 bucket per ingot, and that takes 30 seconds. So by the time we use it all up, because it's not quite 4 buckets, so 90 seconds versus 80 seconds. So this thing will actually produce enough nitrogen to keep us going. So we can break all this now, because those drums are all empty. Oh. Still got power problems. We might have to shut these machines off back here for a little while. just do that. That'll free up 1.4 amps. Is that enough to take us over? Nope, not quite. You know, I was having this problem yesterday, so I put 2 more coils in there. I thought this was going to be enough, but apparently not. That's crazy. Because I don't think even this guy's using that much power. No. And again, it's only, like, while he's running. But yeah, we literally have a macerator and the single blast furnace. I didn't quite expect. Yeah, nope, he is, like, out of power. Okay, how much space? There's no space back there. So we might have to reconfigure some things and put in 2 more generating coils. Yeah, let's just do that. At new. So let's make 2 more generating coils. And then, because I don't have neodymium yet, otherwise I'd just do that. So I need 48 of these guys. Hopefully I got enough stone. Yep, we're good. Diamonds and golds. How's it going, Toby? Let's get you started, because you're going to consume a fair bit of power. All the power. Hey. There's our diamonds. There's our golds. Let's throw it in there. Now we can make 24 of those. That's enough for 2 more coils. Let's move this guy. Need her workbench. What the heck? Fine, I'll just break you. Let's pick you up. Throw a coil down. Uh-oh, spaghetti-o. Oh, that's not good. Our pumps shut down. Oh, no. That's okay. We'll get this figured out. I think we need to break that cog, and I think we can do 2 pumps. Nope, apparently not. We can only do 1. That's fine. Come on, guy, you can do it. You're not going to be very nice to me, are you? Nope, sure not. It's all overstressed. Okay, let's just... Oh, didn't mean to do that. We'll fix that after. See if by breaking that, that should disconnect us. Will this be enough to get it going? Uh-oh. It's going the wrong way, man. That's probably this. Once it gets going, as long as those other pumps get going, yeah. Nope. Can you do 128 for me? See if they blink red. Yep, they blink red. Okay. Let's just flip you. Will you be enough to kickstart it? No, you will not. There we go. Okay, we should be going back again. Yep, everybody's level 9. Everybody's happy again. Look at that. More trading llamas. No wandering trader. I don't think they spawn in this pack. Okay. So yeah, at this point now what we need to do is we need to get 2 more level 9 boilers going. Yeah, I kind of figured that was going to happen. There we go. Cross the streams again, because they went backwards. Let's grab some pipes. And a bucket. We'll get this all fixed up. Put him in. Pick up you. Pick up you. You guys should all be going, other than not having power. So our base is currently offline, but that's okay. Because we can still access all this stuff, so that's all I care about. Okay, basic burners. Let's make 18 of those. There we go. 18 of those. Yeah, let's just build them one up higher. Three by 3 by 4. 9, 18, 27, 36. So I need 64 plus 8 tanks. Let's start preparing for that. Okay. Stack. That's 8. Let's get some copper sheets pressed. Oh, those guys seem slow. Oh yeah, it's because it's everything is 250 or 128. There we go. Much better. So yeah, we should be good to go now. Yeah, there's some cobblestone. We might have to go through. Let's just throw all that on the ground. I don't need any of that. Might have to go take a peek around here, make sure. Yeah, he's all cobblestone. There's dust. That's sand? Yeah, there we go. He might have just been full. And yeah, that's fine, because he needs to be dust anyways. Okay, should be good. How are you guys? You guys are good. Alright, 64 plus 8. There we go. Let's make 18 steam engines. What might you be missing? Probably gold plates. Nope. It's copper blocks then. Of you guys. Let's grab some shafts, and then we will grab some more chain drives to hook it back up into our system. I'm gonna need a couple more of you guys. Then for item management, I think it's going to be pretty straightforward. Let's grab a depot. So he's being powered down here. That should be very simple to get it. So we have him basically sitting right here. Do I have? Nope, I don't. Mechanical arm. Let's make a precision mechanism. I love that they're so much cheaper in this. And then we'll just need the casing. And some brass. Throw him in there. Another mechanical arm. So we basically want him right there. And I think we want the depot. We can just put it right there. That's good enough. Okay, so you want to pick up from the depot, and you want to place it into all of these guys. And then we'll just put him right there. That's good enough. Let's make 2 more cogs. And we'll place a cog right... Come on. You stink. Cog right there. Bring the shaft up. Place another cog right there. Now he's just waiting for his stuff. Let's grab another... I'd like a drawer instead. Let's throw him there. We'll just put that there for temporary. And then... Actually, I kind of want a brass funnel. Okay, tell that guy to output out of there. Set it for 1. And then we'll use some item pipes. I could just go straight into the depot, but then if I have to make, 2 more boilers, I can stack them on top again. So then there's another cache of charcoal right here, which is ready for the next batch of guys. Okay, so now we need to expand on the water. No, which is this is granite. Alright, let's grab our bucket. That should fill it all up. Perfect. Let's grab some pumps. We need to make 3 of those guys. Let's just make like 10 cogs, or 12. 12 works good. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Let's make some more pipes. We'll do kind of the same thing, but we'll double it up. Because the last 3 pumps were perfectly fine, so 3 more should be enough to run those guys. Let's do that. Oh, I must have put my cogs in here. Now he's got, he's like, stop it, that's too much water. Okay, and then we'll put... Eventually I'll learn how to place pipes correctly. Okay. So at this point... he should be good. We'll give the arm a little bit of time to kind of go through. Okay, he's already working on the second round for those guys. So let's grab our flint and steel. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, that's all our blaze burners. So let's connect the pipes. And then everybody should balance out for the amount of water that they're getting. And they're already level 9. Everybody's level 9. So now we should be able to come over here. Yep. So close to 600,000 stress units. And everybody's happy. So now we can add our generator coil back. And finally do the thing we were trying to do 20 minutes ago. There we go. What are you at? It's 9.8K. It's going to be a little bit hot for how much power our wires can transmit, but that's fine. Okay. Just going to put you there, and let's just get you connected. So you start inputting. We'll bring that up by 2 more blocks. We'll put him there. Put that and that. Actually, we're going to put him on top. Because he also has to connect over here to get all that back online. And then we need 1 more output here. Connect up there. Normally we'd have 1 more output to go to the MV, but we're just going to daisy chain from this guy to this guy. And then that should be good. So at this point now we're going to run into limitations because that wire can only transmit so much. Yeah, there we go. Now we're getting a good inrush of power. Well, I'll take this minute and charge my boots. There, at this point, we should be good on power up until I can start getting my hands on some neodymium. And then at that point, it doesn't matter anymore. That'll, like, supercharge the crap out of this thing. It'll also supercharge the amount of stress units. Because, yeah, we're already exceeding. Like, 1 of those steam engines is already, like 2 of them are fully used. There. Everybody's happy. So now we should be able to hook him back up. Get the machines back up and running. Yeah, I've already upgraded this last night. Now I'm upgrading it again. But, yeah, well, that's okay. I'm sure we'll have to upgrade it again when we put it in the next, wall share 2 MV EVFs, but whatever. I'm hoping by then I can be smart enough about it that I can switch to neodymium by then. Speaking of that, okay, we're already looking pretty good, so let's grab a whole barrel of this. The raw ore residue. And I think this one, yeah, needs to go to an electrolyzer, which will start making our chromite sludge. So there's our electrolyzer. Let's throw the barrel there. Let's do a fluid pipe. He'll start filling up. And away we go. And then we'll take the raw ore slurry out after we're done. And probably just put it, yeah, with this guy. Because we're going to have lots of buckets of that. Now that we're into MV, we can actually start processing farther. Like, we can start using this raw ore slurry, because that's an MV machine, and start getting these guys. And then we get the mixed mineral residue and molten ore mixture. And then I think the molten ore mixture in the distillery can get the metal mixture dust, which will get our hematite, bauxite, pyrrhosite, barite, chromite, and limonite. Yeah, but that's not till EV. So the big thing we're after right now is the chromite. So So we can get chromite dust, and then we can electrolyze it down into chromium, because then we can start mixing it to make stainless steel. And we already got nickel and iron taken care of. That's easy peasy. And then manganese dust we'll be dealing with right here from these spespertine geodes. So that'll make us our spespertine. And then we take it into... We could do the thermal centrifuge. Or, yeah, the thermal centrifuge, which we have an MV one of these. It'll actually be the first time using one of these. Because we can't get into... I don't think we have a bulk or... Yeah, we can't make that guy any. Even though he's MV, we can't make him. So we'll throw him in the thermal centrifuge. That'll get us a bunch of manganese. And then we're basically at a high voltage. So probably put it in the cutter. And then... Yeah, then do the ore grinder. And that'll give us a ton of spespertine out of what little we have. So let's throw him in near. We'll let him cut for a while this guy's still chewing away at all this stuff. Crushed coal. What do we want to do with that? Could throw him through the ore washer. We should probably start using distilled water. Probably make a MV ore washer, actually. And we'll get him on distilled water. That'll make that go much faster. Let's clear that. Our MV machine hull. Whip up a quick... So we need copper nickel, which I think I actually was making a bunch. Yeah, right there. Our motor. Okay, so we got that. We have a brewery there. And we do have a distillery. So I'm kind of thinking, let's just put the ore washer right there. Because we have access to water right back here. And let's see. Because there's two options for distilled water. Yeah, the 8-second, which makes more, or the 0.8 second. So we'll probably do this guy. So we want to set him for program circuit 1. And then we'll hook him up. Now he's getting his water. He'll start making distilled water. And then we'll have this. Allow item inputs from the output side. Well, that doesn't matter, but let's push him out. He's getting the distilled water. We'll break this guy. Grab a barrel. Throw the barrel up in the roof. Toss an item pipe on him. And then he'll output into there. So now, between having distilled water and more resources available to us, or more space, now we can process this kind of stuff down much faster. Which is great. I love to see that. We're actually gonna stop him from what he's doing for a little bit. Just get him right on that. Let's throw a stack in there. We'll just let him do his thing for a little bit on that stack. We'll wait for it to cut. Oh, what a guy, Revo. My goodness, man. That's okay. We love Revo, so it's okay. We'll tolerate him. Okay. Look at that. Some more chromium, which is awesome. More stone dust. We'll grab this stone dust. And we won't have to micromanage this crap as much once we get into applied energistics. Because then I can just have applied energistics pull everything in and then run a cable over here somewhere, like on one of its faces, maybe from below, and tell it, hey, keep that thing full of stone dust. Or right from its side, because we'll have fluid management, so you give it stone dust and the lubricant. It's a thing of beauty. Okay, he's working away. Okay, that's all our vespertine, so let's throw... I might be saying that wrong, I really don't know. So that's stone dust in here, so he can keep going. These ores are good to have. I'm not as concerned about them at the moment, just because I don't necessarily need them. Yeah, well, that processing crushed coal is a good, like, after-stream thing. In fact, let's just get him going on that right now. And we'll do all that later, because I don't really need the coal at the moment. I think eventually having coal dust will be nice for when we're doing... What is it? Carbon? Yeah, and then we can make the lightning ire, like these different things, which eventually gets us into nether stars. Villager spawn eggs. Can't really get those. Liquid blizz. Platinum and deuterium. Still a little ways from that. Oh, right. We don't want to put it in here. What am I doing? We need it in the thermal centrifuge. Oops. To get our manganese. You probably need to be set to something. No, you don't. Oh, that's just the regular. That's the thermal. There we go. Good thing I caught that and didn't forget about that. So I guess if we don't really need him at the moment, we'll just get him going on that. We'll just let him do all of this. Oh, that's already purified. There. He can do his thing. We'll throw the purified coal dust. We process this down any further into more. Well, we can throw it in there one more time to get refined. He's taking the crushed, and he'll make us... I am doing that right. Yeah, 33% chance. We're just not really getting much more out of it. But if we take it through the macerator one more time, a little bit more chance for manganese, and then we got just the regular sparse team. Oh yeah, there we go. Look at that. I feel like I'm still doing this wrong. Thermal into refined. Or we do crushed, get purified. Oh, because then we can just get free ruby dust out of it, basically. Maybe I am. Maybe I was doing it right. It's the problem with this Greg Tech. That's the stuff that's hard. It's remembering what machine does what and where and how and all that. Okay, sir, let's stop worrying about those for a second, please. I know that's what you were working on, but switch. Thank you. Auto mod, that's a first one. Sorry, I don't want to pay to have you guys advertise my channel, so you guys can go. Stupid bots. Okay, crushed. Let's get him going. So then he'll make us our purified, and then the purified stuff we can put through the thermal centrifuge to get the manganese, which will get us the refined, and then that we can put through the macerator again for a chance at a bit more. So now we'll have a healthy amount of manganese and chromium, which means we'll have a pretty decent amount of stainless steel, which is awesome, because that's our gateway into high voltage. at some point somewhere around here somehow. But I know it's for HP. Okay. So let those guys do their thing. Check and see how power's doing. Power's doing beautifully. I think you've been... Yeah, you're just slowly chugging along. Getting us a little bit of chromium from that side. How are you doing? Fantastic. Look at that. That's awesome. The advanced fluid solidifier. Yeah, he can sit right there for now. I don't really need him for anything at the moment, but I don't want him in my inventory. Since we're done with create, let's throw all the create stuff away. We don't need that right now. I'll grab the pipe. I like having the pipe in my backpack. So that stuff in there. Let's grab that, so that machine's all cleared out. And we'll combine them in there. 258 buckets. Pretty good. We can hold up to 4,000 in that one. So, that's not too bad. Okay, then we can grab that steel drum. That frees up another steel drum for us. Let's throw all those in there. And then we'll throw some more stone dust in there to keep him going. And eventually we'll want to make, like, multiple macerators and stuff just to kind of process all this. It's a little manual right now, but I could start doing that soon because we do have, 45 MV tier circuits left. But there's still a bunch of MV machines and stuff that I need to make before I start spending those circuits all willy-nilly. Because, yeah, this is what I'm working towards right now. So we'll get the hot cancel, and then we'll have to do the chemical bath, I believe. Yeah. Turn into regular, then we make our cancel coils, which gets us into silicone and gets us into the starting of AE2. As soon as we hit skystone dust, we're looking really good. Yeah, and then stainless. Let's see what it takes to make HV. It's all kind of the same crap. The only one I haven't seen, I don't think we can do SMD component. Yeah, they're all HV. Transistors. Silicon, which we're going to be making right away here. And then liquid polyethylene. Okay. So we're definitely going to have to spend more time making polyethylene. Which is fine because we're getting tons of ethanol over here. And we already know how to make sulfuric acid. And once we get into HV, sulfuric acid gets a lot cheaper when we make the large chemical mixer. Or I think that's what that machine is. Because then we can do... Whoop, not sulfur. Sulfur. There it is. Sulfuric acid. Not the distillation tub. Yeah, the large chemical reactor. So I think to make him, yeah, so it's all high voltage, like stainless steel stuff, but once we make him, it's literally, where is it? There's one of them right here that's makes it super cheap. Hydrogen, no. Well, I thought there was one that it could do that was like super cheap, where it was literally sulfur and water. Maybe I'm thinking of something different. Oh, yeah, right here. Yeah, so at high voltage tier, this thing's literally sulfur and water makes sulfuric acid. So we don't have to go through that whole tree of nonsense. It just makes it and away we go. Okay. Thermal centrifuge, let him go. That's already like 90. Yeah, because it's 1 manganese. That's like 90 stainless steel worth of manganese right there. Man, that's amazing. Really? Only 5? Thought I threw more in there. Whatever. Let him do his thing. He's chugging along nicely. I was like, did you switch back to coal? But no, you didn't. Stone dust. Man, it's so nice to have stone dust. Like, and like lots of it. Look at that. Nice and full. Technically, we could slightly automate that. Because Tom's Simple Storage does have some, like, inputs and outputs. But I don't want to get all highly invested into Tom's Simple Storage and then regret it, like, down the road. Okay. Ooh, that's exciting to see. Okay. Let's just make that chemical bath. I think that's on my... Yeah, the chemical bath. Let's just make an MV1. We're not going to make an LV1. Can't see us making any more LV machines anytime soon. Okay, steel rods. Steel. Let's just turn all of those magnetic. Oh. It's almost like future me was preparing for making this. Okay, we're gonna have to definitely make more copper nickel wire. Okay, program circuit 2 with a copper nickel ingot. That should be just literally copper and nickel in an alloy smelter. So let's get him making some more copper and nickel. Throw him in there. Go to our wire mill. We'll set him for circuit number 2, and we'll throw him in there. He can start chugging away. I'll grab those, put those in my backpack. So these guys can both start chugging away at their respective jobs. That's going to be like the next major thing after is making an MV wire mill. That thing is so slow. How are we doing for rubber sheets? 48. Let's get a bunch more on the presses. Check and see how things are doing. You're at 65%. We're gonna have to do some ore dust. While we're waiting for that, we're on day 188. I think we're doing pretty good. To be like well into MV and just about touching HV, I think that's pretty good. If you ask me. Okay, Mr. Chemical Bath. Let's make 2 more of you. Let's make another conveyor belt. Now we have the 2 of them. We'll need to make 1 more pump. I know we can make... We already have bronze rotors. Let's just quickly make 2 more aluminum rods. I know I can make them in a machine quicker, but that's fine. Okay. Aluminum. You're set to 1. Okay, let's let him do his thing for a little bit. We'll put the gear mold here. And we'll tell him to start just dumping into that chest. There's 20 more wires for when we need to make more. 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Perfect. I'll grab the other 32 later. Let's make our machine hull. Let's make our pump. So now we just need 2 rubber sheets, the rings, the steel pipe. Let's do the pump. And there we go, our chemical bath. Okay, so I think he only needs access to water let's just look at it. Whoops. Canthal ingots. So if we want to take the chemical baths, so we can do it with distilled water or regular water. We are technically making it right here. And are we... Oh yeah, we're more than keeping up. So why don't we do this? Whoops. Let's throw him there. Go snip our wires so he can get access. And I guess we'll snip him too. Okay. Since we're already making distilled water, like, right there. I know it's kind of meh. I don't like doing that, but I kinda gotta... That's how I can make it fit right now. So that's fine. Let's do that. And then we'll also output out of you. You'll start getting filled up with distilled water. You should have no problem keeping up with everything. Alright, let's burn our little fingies. Yep. Ah! Okay, so he's gonna start cooling off our canthal ingots, and that'll make the actual canthal ones, and then we can start turning that into canthal wire. Does he have a second slot by chance? No. But what he does have is barrel access. Let's do an item pipe. Okay. Actually, did I enable this? No, I didn't. There we go. Okay. So let's tell him, start putting your regular canthal up there. Ooh, hot, hot, hot. There we go. So now he can just sit there and chug along. And look at that, we have canthal. Look at us go. Got our Star Tech coin. Now if we grab him, that's that quest done. Throw the coin in there. And then we can make our canthal coil blocks. So our goal is to make 26 of them. Which, when you do reverse the math, is 3 stacks and 16 of canthal, which we just made. And then 3 stacks and 16 of the aluminum wire, which you guys saw earlier. So once we start turning the ingots... So let's look at the canthal wire. So we need the 2x canthal wire. In the wire mill, set to program circuit 2, 1 ingot is 1 wire. So that's why I made 3 stacks and 16. We'll make more canthal later. I just wanted to make enough to get us the better electric blast furnace. So, with that in mind, let's make that wire mill. Because we're gonna need it right away here, and I've been wanting it, so we may as well make it. Okay, let's do aluminum. Let's see what it takes to make our aluminum rods. It's our cheapest way. The cutter can make 2. The extruder can also make 2, and the lathe can also make 2. Extruder. Yeah, I really don't think it actually matters. They're both 2.6 seconds, because we just have regular water. Oh, but that needs a long aluminum. Okay, let's just do the extruder. Extruder molds rod. Let's throw him in there. I should double check and make sure which program circuit I need. Extruder does not need one. Okay. Let's throw those in there. Ore washer. Yeah, I know, he's gonna get stuck on purified coal. Let's throw you in there. Let's throw all that in there. Look at that. That's a lot of manganese. Let's just throw all of that in there. Because we're gonna need him anyways. So let's get him going. Have to clear this out again. Wait till he switches. There, now he's good. Grab our stone dust, throw that in there. Yeah, if we could get like half a stack chromium, manganese, nickel, and then 3 stacks of iron, that would work out good because there's 6 slots in the mixer. And then that'll make, what, 4.5 stacks of stainless steel dust? I like it. How are you doing? You've only got 9 chromium. But that's fine, because we just finished mixing up this crap right here. Chromite dust. So throw him through a centrifuge. Where's my centrifuge? There he is. So you throw him in there. He's going to make our chromite dust. Then we can take the chromite dust, put it back in the electrolyzer, mix it with some oxygen, and that'll make 2 chromium out of 7 of those guys. So we should be pretty good. So we'll just leave the manganese in there. Let's get back to our wire mill. Oh. Oh, yeah. Tooth. Copper wire. Sir, we've been over this. Liquid rubber into the assembler. Okay. Let's grab stack you. Oops. Yeah, you start making your thing. You get going there. Now you've got the rubber. Mix that with the copper wire. And my dog is here to say hello. Hello, doggy. Can I help you, Mr. Dog? He's nudging me, so he clearly needs or wants something. Okay, advanced wire mill. Let's make the machine hall. Still needs more copper wire. Yes, hi, Hudson. I know you're there. You're a good dog and all. Okay, there's our wire mill. I'm sorry, Hudson. It is not playtime. It is Greg Tech time. And there it is. Okay, so let's do not cam, Canthal. So our wire. We should get out of the wire mill. Set him for 2. Wanted to make sure because I have exactly enough to do this. So it doesn't hurt to double check. There. How's the blast furnace doing? He's still going to be a little while yet. Oh, more bots. Go away, Mr. Bot. I appreciate you wanting to help me out, but no. Okay, so he's chugging along. Everybody's kind of chugging along, doing their thing. Man, they are not kidding. That is... We're grinding. 14%. Bonus plus 8.5% per tier. Well, we're... not that high. So, that's fine. How are we doing for manganese? Manganese is looking beautiful. That's, like, not even a problem right now. Okay. Centrifuge. There we go. I'm gonna take him, so we need some oxygen. Oops. I didn't realize he could do it without oxygen. Oh no, he makes oxygen. And then the rare metallic residue, we can get in the electrolyzer as well. That's fine. We don't need that. Oxygen tank. Let's grab another fluid pipe. Oh, wrong wrench. Right-click him. There. And he'll start clearing out all our oxygen for us. That'll get us even more chromium. Rare earth sludge. Rare earth. There's how we can start getting access into neodymium. Wonder if we have any more of that from earlier. We do. And then chromite dust. Throw it in there for now, I guess. Rare earth sludge. He can go into the centrifuge. That'll start making us the rare earth and rare metallic. Rare earth is where we'll get our neodymium from, and he'll just make us calcite and silver, so I don't really care right now. Okay, well they can chug along and do their thing. Wow, you've already filled up. That's crazy sauce. I guess we'll just do a regular drum. I don't really want to void this oxygen. Like, I could very easily just throw it into, like, a trash can and be done with it. But I don't really want to do that, because there's other recipes that use it. Like, oh, you might be... What are we at? 19 buckets. Okay. Okay. He's good. I don't really have a lot of fluid pipes. So maybe that's what we'll be. Make real quick. Bronze. Got a healthy amount of bronze. Come on. There we go. Yeah, that should be good. There. So why don't we do this? Nope. I mean, technically, yes, you're oxygen, so we could do that if we were crazy, and we are, so we're going to. So he can fill up with oxygen, he can fill up with nitrogen. Eventually he will fill up, but that's fine. But then this lets him go, because yeah, he's pretty much done. That's all the chromite we could. Okay, 36. So we want 32 chromite, 32 manganese, 32 nickel. Where is it? Here it is, 32 nickel, and 3 stacks of iron. And that right there should be 4.5 stacks of stainless steel. When you set it to the right. Because I don't need the invar. And you're busy. That's fine. We'll just throw you in there. The amount of times I've done that. Okay. To make stainless steel, which one do you actually have to be set up? You want it on program circuit 3. One day I will learn the importance. And there we go. So it's only going to take forever. I'd guess, yeah, 30 seconds per. But that's fine. Let's throw you in the macerator. Let's grab you. You were in the thermal centrifuge, correct? Yes, you were. You're still chewing along there. Wow, you didn't get a single one. That is crazy. Can you really? Oh my goodness, you can. I have never done it with the scroll wheel. I didn't know you could. Look at this Toby guy coming out and teaching us. I could do that if... Well, I don't really need more manganese right now, but I can use more of this vespertine if I need to. Let's just clear out the macerator's buffer, let the ore washer do his thing. You're at idle. Why are you at idle? What is wrong with you? Why, you know... What is wrong with you? Why did you change? Oh, you flipped. Raw and rare have flipped. Alright, be like that. You put it in whatever tank. Working disabled. What the heck? No, that's the output. Need to change you to the top. Sirs. Wait, I wonder if I could just not use the fluid pipes and just put them there. Okay, you have rare in you right now. You have raw. Working enabled. Working enabled. Good now? I don't like that. Rare and raw, you're empty, you're empty. And now you're good. Ah, I can't wait for applied energistics when it can suck in fluids and it doesn't care which one's which. It just does it. Okay, you're back working. You're happy again. Wonder how long that's been turned off. You're not getting any... Oh my goodness, we are all over the place. I put the pipe in the wrong spot. Not enough power. What? You're a 16 amp converter. Are we just not transferring it fast enough? Oh my goodness, man. Okay, that's fine. We'll make a band-aid solution. Make the face of you an output. How much amperage is it trying to pull? 8.2 amps. Oh my goodness. And I guess if we really want, we can set the back of that as an input. I'll just reset you because you're not needed. And then we can do you and you. And now you should be good. You're good now. You're good now. You're good now. Everybody's happy. There's nothing in the fluid hatches. Okay, everything's happy again. I don't know how we broke that, but okay. Oxygen is almost full, but it's still trugging along. But nitrogen is filling back up. Oh, toasty. Okay, everybody's chugging along, doing their jobs. And look at that. Stainless steel. We finally did it. Oh man, we're doing good. Throw that in there, stone dust in there. Throw all that crap in my backpack. Okay. Let's throw the Cantal ingots that we have made in there. 'Cause yeah, that'll get us silicon. And then the chemical bath is still good enough. Fuel off our silicon. Because then we can make silicon plates. Which will get us into printed silicon. Silicon chip. How are we doing for silicon wafers? We're doing great. Okay. No, it's not CPU. Circuit. Printed logic circuit. That's the gold. Blah, blah, blah. So this is where we're at right now. This is what we can do. It's either that or I delay AE2 that much longer until we... Oh no, because that's high voltage we want to get into. Phosphorus doped wafer. How do we make that? Silicon, phosphorus, high voltage, which we're already at because we're overclocking. And we'll have Canthal right away here. Ooh. We could dip our toes a little bit into high voltage and get more CPUs instead of making them at their cheapest price. We'll need a high voltage cutter to cut it. And we can make that into the phosphorus doped chips. But then we can make 4 silicon, like 4 different processors instead of 1. For the low price of a high voltage converter, high voltage cutter, and a high voltage ME assembler. That almost seems worth it. I think we have phosphorus. Never mind. How do we get phosphorus? Indium, gallium, nope, we don't have that. Phosphate? Apatite dust. Which, aren't we getting apatite? Oh, fluorochlor. That's the raw ore. Oh. Okay. That's just raw, not the rare. And we have gobs of that. Extruder, where's my centrifuge? No. What do I need to put that in? Phosphate. Oh. Raw ore slurry. A centrifuge. Yeah, I was right. Let's throw down a fluid pipe. There, because there's the pyrochlor, which then gets us our apatite dust. In the ore washer. Then we can electrolyze it, which will get us some more chlorine, which is always nice. And some phosphorus. Okay. I like it. I like it. Can you pick up oxygen? No, you cannot. I didn't think so. What's it gonna take to get us into HV circuits? So I'll have to make RAM chips, which is fine. So say I want to make 16 high voltage. So I need 32 medium voltage. I almost wonder if we should just take the time here and just make another big batch of integrated circuits. Like, do the LV, the MV, and then the high voltage. Because that'll make us 32 high voltage tier. Yep, could do that. I don't mind that at all. Okay, well, we're gonna make 64. And set our wire mill to 1. Oh, look how much faster that is. We're gonna need resin, which is easy to do. Yeah, smelt. Look at us making circuits again. Aren't we good? I wonder if it's just better to do that instead of the whole resin. Well, we need the glue anyways, so we'll just let it cook. That's fine by me. Yeah, because the copper foil in the bender is way easier to get. The assembler, glue, then it's just a wood plank and copper foil. Yeah, I like that. But we need the resin to make the glue, So we'll just do this. Let that cook up for a minute. Is it the extractor that makes us the glue? How do we make the glue? Need the basic U. Glue is a mixer, or centrifuge. Sorry. Thought I had... Yeah, centrifuge right there. Actually, is my medium voltage centrifuge done? No, he's not. Okay, we'll use the LV. That's fine. Let's set up a barrel again. And item pipe. Let's throw you right in there. You'll keep that nice and full. And then we'll come get the glue in a bit. Because that should be about 12 or 13 buckets of glue right there. $13.6, I believe. Okay, nitrogen, which I find almost a better way of getting nitrogen. I mean, the way we're doing it is not bad. I think we have a drum somewhere here with... Oh no, I used up all my glue. Well, that's fine. We can put that in a wooden barrel. Okay. Actually, let's fill them up and do a second. I mean, that raw ore slurry ain't going nowhere, so... Throw them back down. There, and he can just keep doing his job, getting us all those fancy ores. Okay, you are full. Oxygen again. Yeah, we definitely have a lot of oxygen. We're not slow on that. There's our wire. That's those 4 stacks of wire. Switch you back to 2. Take our Canthol, throw that in there. I mean, I know we were... Let's get... Trying to make the circuit boards a little bit cheaper with the glue here, but at the same time, it's so easy to just make it like this. There we go. It's just done. Oops. Okay, here's our 32 resin printed circuit boards. This wire mill's not currently doing anything, so let's set him for 1 and just let him go. Is that actually any faster? I don't think it is. If it is, it's... Maybe medium voltage just isn't enough to make it, like, noticeably faster. Maybe high voltage will be, like, where it's at. Okay, ILC. So we need a stack of him. So we need 8 ILC wafers. Which I think this one's already set up for. Yes, it is. Because it's got the ruby lens in it. You guys are chugging along nice. There we go. There's our 4.5 stacks of stainless steel dust. Oh man, that looks good. How did it know phosphorus-doped monocrystalline silicon boule How did it... 5.7 mil... I don't even think I said... Is it watching my screen too? That bot, man, we gotta watch over it. Okay, 10 bolts. Extruder, 8 ingots with the bolt molds. That's extruder, that's the rod mold. Let's take that out. Toss in the bolt mold. Okay, that'll make our stack of those guys. The fine copper wire. Set him to 3. I think that made 8. Sure did. That wire. Is it 3 we needed? Yes. Okay, so it says it'll do it in 5 seconds. What does it normally say? 9.4. Okay, so it is faster. It's almost twice as fast. Okay. There's our stack of the tin bolts. You're working away on our LC wafers. It'd be nice when I can do this. They gave me 32 resistors in one go. What does it take to make annealed copper? Oxygen and a copper block, really? The stuff we have too much of and don't know what to do with? Yeah, why don't we do that? Annealed copper ingots. Arc furnace. Do we have an arc furnace? I don't know. I don't think we do. But we're gonna make one right now. We don't have one. Oh. Closest we got is the alloy smelter. So we're gonna make an arc furnace right now. No, you're just going to be a pain in my butt, aren't you? Liquid rubber. So it takes 2 ingots per wire. We need 4 wires, so 8 rubber. So we can just use this here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we're making 4x wire, which in the wire mill is 4 and 2 copper. So we need 8 of you. We'll get you going right away. Is this wire mill busy? No, it is not. We need to set that for circuit 4. There's our copper wire. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. There's copper wire. Okay. So once he's done, so let's start making the other components that I know it's going to need. Machine hull. Didn't see that one coming. We have the graphite dust, so it's literally just the wire. Why did I think we needed 4 of that? Yeah, well, whatever. It is okay. Okay, so to make annealed copper wire, we don't have to set the circuit. We just need to give it oxygen and the copper blocks. Give the wire a quick little snip. And then tell him he can push everything out the top. And then we'll take our steel drum, throw another fluid pipe down, and we'll let him keep him stocked up on oxygen, and we'll just let that go. Okay, so now we've got the annealed copper wire, which will make 4. So 4 to 4, we need a stack, so we need a stack of the annealed copper wire. We can make 8. So 8 ingots of annealed copper. We've already got enough. We just need to set him in the wire mill, which should be circuit 3. Make sure. Yep. I guess you can always look at the machine, and in the tooltip it'll tell you what it's going to make. So we'll just let him make whatever he can for annealed copper, because it's definitely more than we really need. How are you doing? Ooh, you're done. That should free up a ton of power. Okay, there's our 64 annealed wire. And then we need 16 charcoal dust and our glue. Let's just grab 16 charcoal. Nine, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Sir, you can output to the top. It's okay. Okay, and I bet you that's in the assembler. Sure is. So if we wanted to make the annealed wire resistors, doesn't need a circuit type. Okay. Throw you, we'll let you go. So that should be our stack of resistors right there. For some reason, I think I have a stack of diodes in here as well, because I miscounted. I do, look at that. Okay, what else do we need to make the LVs? So we've got the tin bolts, we got that, we got those 4, so it's just the IC chips left that we're waiting for, because that's making our resistors. Laser engraver 8. Hello, Mr. Cutter. You should probably start putting distilled water in you too. Nah, whatever. We're committed now. So let you do your thing, and then we'll pick up the glue. We'll just leave it in this wooden barrel. And then we'll pick up the rest of our glue later on. There we go. 64 resistors. Pick up the glue. And we'll just leave that right there, I guess. Okay, so it's literally just the waiting on the cutter, which will probably be in about 5 minutes till that guy's ready. How are things doing here? Is there something we can work on for the next few minutes? Sure is. Okay, empty that of a lot of dust. Just have to swap that out. What? Where's my bucket of lava? Let's pick that up. We'll go grab another bucket of water, or lava. Oh. that sucks. Well, when I said I wanted to spend 5 minutes working on something, that's not exactly what I had in mind. Yeah, jerk. Let's just reset everybody's timer. Let's put him in there. Is that a fish? Oh, it's just particles. I'm like, is there a fish? Let's grab another thing of lava. Oh, dang it. Ah, whatever. Yeah, usually I have my buckets in my backpack so I can switch that thing between bulk smelting and bulk washing. Well, what do I know? Let's grab some spellerite dust. There. Now he's down to about 64%. That's good. I'm happy with that. Let's grab the obsidian. Obsidian is kind of a pain in the butt to make. I'll be honest. Yeah, I grabbed that rubber. Let's do up some copper too, because we've been using a bunch of copper lately. I could automate this portion, but sometimes it's nice to just have the raw dusts. Or like if I have to make Invar, then I've already got iron or nickel and iron. So I can literally just make it right here. Okay. Or if I need like bronze or, you know, different things. This will shave a fair bit of that off. The thing, no, you can't undo it easily right now, but if we get to the point where we really need to start getting some glowstone back, like we can macerate it or something. There's our copper. Another batch of zinc. How are you doing? You're down to 55%. We're looking good there. Oh, man. That didn't get us very far. We'll just compress all these. What are we at for diamonds anyways? Let's take a look here. 476 blocks and 254 regular. Not bad. Not bad at all. Happy with that. How's our power? Power is beautiful. Probably because this guy's not running. So now I'm starting to wonder. A lot of these machines that you see sitting here all have... I have MV variants of most of them. I think the major one right now is the circuit assembler, which we can just make that right now. Because eventually I have to put high voltage in this place. So do we just say screw it and put, like, move maybe our rubber maker and put high voltage over here? Because power is technically right there. And then we could just leave our machines alone for now. Because eventually, like, I'm not going to need LV machines anymore. Like, for anything. Eventually we're going to have all these LV machines, but I think you can actually break them down in the part recycling and get some of your materials back from them. think. I don't know. Let's... Yeah. You can get some resources out of them. Steel dust, copper, pulp, all that. Or you can get... So, like, we can eventually start breaking our machines down that we don't need anymore. So, it's not perfect because you don't get your circuits back out of them, but, you know, we do what we can. Do we have another barrel sitting around here? No. Of course we don't. You know what? I think that's good for now. I think you're good. You processed your 64. That's fine. Just put you in there. Okay, what are our two outputs? Mixed mineral and molten ore. Mixed mineral. Do we really want to do that? I guess. Still have 2 more buckets. Jesus. That's a lot of that. And I guess... yeah. These are all our full drums. Okay. You're still trucking along. Nitrogen and oxygen. You can actually stop that for now. There's a thing of nitrogen. I guess, yeah, you can just sit there and do your thing. Oops. Okay, let's make that nicer circuit assembler. Okay, we need the MV emitter. Why do I feel like I've done this? Air mill, bender, water washer, chemical bath, no. Yeah, that's a circuit assembler. Maybe they both use this. Oh, LV, no quartzite. When did I make the MV one? I know I used that for something. Scanner. Oh, the laser engraver. I've already made the arc furnace, already made the wire mill. Oh, wait, what? Oh, you need HV circuits to make him. Oh, okay, well then never mind. I guess we don't need to make him. That is fine by me. I didn't want to make him anyways. Okay, you are literally working on your last one. And then... to make that, it takes... one... oh, we only needed 32. Oh my goodness. Well, whatever. We've still got more. So I need 32 things of tin. Don't I have a thing? Liquid tin. Yeah, right here. I should really read. Okay, so this will make us 64 LV circuits. And then we need to make the MVs. So it's making those, so let's just get rid of those. How are we doing on sodium persulfate? Oh, we're doing great. There should be enough in there. And we need wood chips. Let's grab 32 of those. I think it's wood chips and glue to make the basic and the assembler. And we only need 32 because we're only making... Okay, and that'll get us 64 MVs, and then we can turn that into 32 HVs. Is this the best way to get to AE? Probably not. Whatever. Wire mill, I need the 2X wires, so let's set to 2. And once that's done, between that and these guys, and not the assembler, what am I doing here? How do we make the cancel? Oh no! I made the wrong thing. No. Dang it. So we need 16, 32, 48, 50 aluminum ingots. I can't believe I made the wrong thing. That's embarrassing. Oh well. So we need to set you to 10. Well, at least that machine's quick. How did I miscount that? Well, I could get some cancel back out of that if I really needed to, but... Oh well, whatever. That's fine. Okay, now we just need liquid copper. So we're making 26, so we need 26 ingots of copper. Oh, I really miscounted that by 5 ingots somehow. Okay, well that's fine, I guess. And we're all ready. But I bet you anything this is an MV recipe. Sure is. So we need... Where's the extractor from here? Extruder. Okay, that's fine. We'll just do this. You work on that. Let's pick up the glue. Oh, let's double check. Doesn't say it needs one. So let's let that go. So we'll just have to, you know, accept that we're going to be jumping around on this wire for a little bit, but that's fine. I'm not that concerned. Throw him down. He'll make our liquid copper. That'll all... And there's our first cancel coil block. Ooh. 2 more StarTech coins. Okay, there's our... phenolic boards. There's our sodium persulfate. Let's throw those in there for now. Okay, so if we're doing 32 of those, we need 2 stacks of silver foil. Which should be half a stack of silver because it makes 4 per. Smelt that up so we can get our ingots. There we go. Let's go over to Mr. Bender. He is set for 10. Just want to make sure that is correct. Yep. I know we just did it for the aluminum, but I wanted to be sure. Okay. Technically, you were still an LV, but this is the chemical reactor, so it's fine. Let's throw you in there, throw you in there. And then as soon as he's done, well, we can just get you started, because I think that's a little bit of waiting, so we may as well just get you guys doing it together. Throw those icy chips in there. Just make sure we don't have any other chips that I'm not aware of. There's a ton of annealed copper. Happy about that. Okay, so he'll chug along. Then we can start getting into our stainless steel. Make sure he's nice and filled up. 5, 4. Okay. Oh, we did have a stack of resistors in there too. Okay, well then let's just use those up right now. We just need to make a stack of diodes. We could do it again with the annealed copper wire, because this all uses polyethylene. So we need to make a stack of diodes. So we need 16 of you. Oops. 16. Need 8 of you. Oops. Yeah, because that's going to make a stack. Let's go to the wire mill. Let's make the annealed copper. We need that on 3. We could start making that. There's the rest of our sheets. We can all go in there. The empty steel drum in there for now until I need it again. Empty all that out. Clears up a little bit of space. And then we just need liquid polyethylene, which we should still have, yeah, a good amount of that. And that's going to be in the assembler, who is almost done. Actually, can that be done? Could do that, just the LV assembler. But we know this is going to be a lot faster. And he's almost done. So we'll just hang tight for a minute here. Fine gold wire, we need 2 stacks of that. So 16 golds. So we'll let him get going on that guy. We also need silver bolts, which is another 16 silver. That's a bunch of purified silver. How do I get the most silver out of it? Looks like it's all 1-to-1. Oh yeah, he's good. Just give him a little bit longer. He's almost done. Oh wait for that to pop in there. There you go. Okay, so we've got our silver here. So we can turn 1 ingot into 8 bolts, which is great. We just need the extruder, the bolt mold, and no circuit. Alright, so he can do his thing. He's chugging along nicely on the golds. He's done there. Let's grab that barrel again. Grab that. Next batch of circuits we're definitely going to have to start making. How did I miscount? What? Wow, I really... That's kind of crazy. Okay, he's got one more to do. Make our 26 Canthal blocks. I don't know how I miscounted all that, but whatever. So yeah, it should have been 3 stacks and 16. Oh, whatever. Bad math was bad. Okay, let's break you, because we don't need you anymore. All you guys can go in there, you can go in there. Okay, we're gonna do... Just to make sure we got this right. Polyethylene, all that crap, does not need a circuit. Okay, we'll let him chug along. Leave his steel barrel there so we can pick up the polyethylene after. And let's do this. Let's put our first bit of Canthal blocks down. Boom. And then eventually we'll put all this crap and all that. So let's just leave this here. This kind of gives you a rough idea of what we're trying to do. So picture all this stuff not here. And then we just need one more of the muffler hatch. I'll set all that crap up off camera. Put polyethylene. Oh, okay, we didn't even use all of it. Okay, that's great. How are you doing? There's my 2 stacks of you. My 2 stacks of you. Mr. Circuit Assembler should be done. There's my basic integrateds. And then for that, 1-to-1, so we again need half a stack of tin. He'll start going along. That dude is still working on all that silver. Oh my god. That is insane. He's been at that for a while. So yeah, once he finishes up on the diodes, then we've got our MV circuits, which is great. So you may as well just put all that away, because that's all we need. Okay, which kind of chips do I have? I have icy chips. Ooh. So I need another 32 of those guys, and then we need 32 RAM chips. Wafer. So let's get the laser engraver going on that right now. And then that'll make our icy chips, annealed copper bolts. We need... That'll be 60... 64, 64, 64, 128, 256, and 256. We need 256 annealed copper, which is half a stack. So we'll get him going on the bolts. Then, do we have any electrum? We do. Need half a stack of that in the wire mill. Let's double check. Yep, it's on 3. So let him do his job for a little while. There's our diodes. I don't want to sit here and baby that thing, so... Where's my pipe? There it is. There. So they can keep each other filled, and that'll make us a stack of MV circuits. Let's throw that in there. Circuit assembler is just wrapping up on his last one, so let's see what we need to make RAM chips, because we've never made those ones. RAM wafers. Okay, so we only have to make 2 RAM wafers, which is green. Okay. Which can also be an emerald lens. So let's get an exquisite emerald. I know I've got one of those. Actually got 9 of those. And to make the emerald lens, you just throw them in the lathe. Easy peasy. So he'll take a bit, but he'll make us our emerald lens. And then after that, yeah, that's an MV. And then he can turn it into 32 RAM chips. So we really only need to make 2 of them. Man, this Nissan thing is like crazy sauce. I am getting way too many people trying to advertise. Stupid bots. There we go. I'm back. There. He should be banned now. Dedicated wham. How are you? You finish those, so get you cutting those. Man, if only we could do that. Like, oh yeah, here you go. Here's 32 RAM chips in like 60 seconds. We could become like the next NVIDIA, but better. Okay. He's still chugging along, doing his thing. What, I feel like I miscounted that. No, 32, yeah. No, I'm good. Yeah, here's all the hatches and everything for the second blast furnace. Yeah, now when we look at him, yeah, his heat capacity went up to 2,800 K. It used to be, what, 1,600 or 1,200? So, we're doing pretty good there. There's our bolts. There's the 4 stacks of bolts. That'll almost be done. That. Let's look at the transistors. More polyethylene. Yay. Fine tin wire. So we need to make how many of those? 2 stacks of those. I'm not going to do that math. Let's just tin. Let's just do 16 tin. I don't care. I'm not doing the math. It's probably like 12. But we only have, like, infinite. So, who cares? How's my green lens doing? The machine's not moving anymore. There's my green lens. So let's put them in the circuit assembler, grab our 2 wafers, throw him in there. He'll start chugging along, and then we can throw him into the cutter. The cutter has to do 2 rounds, but that makes 32 each, unlike the ILC wafers, which only does 8. So it takes much longer. We're almost done the fine electrum wire. Tin is easy. So we need 32 tin. He may as well just start making it, because we're going to need it. This isn't a... Okay. Got nervous for a second there. I'm like, I hope that's not like a high voltage thing. Cooper nickel. We'll just clear out the emerald dust. Why not? Clear all that crap out, because eventually we're going to be looking for more silver at some point. He's working on the first. So let's throw that in there. And then that'll suck up that when he's done. There's our 4 stacks of the electrum wire. So now we just need to wait for him to finish the tin wire. And we need to make silicon. So let's see how much carbon we have. Oh, we got lots of carbon. So that'll be, if we did a stack, this would be stack and a half of the silicon dioxide. No, we've only got 64 of that. So why don't we do 48? And we only need that. And that'll make carbon monoxide and ashes. I don't care. Oh, wait. We can just do... What am I doing? We have lots of silicon dust. That'll be... Yeah, that's 63 seconds per. Maybe we will do that. And then the carbon, because we have lots of carbon. Then do I have to set him to a circuit type? Doesn't look like it. So he's making us our hot silicon. And then we'll take him, put him into the chemical bath. That'll cool him down. So that's looking pretty good. Pretty good, pretty good. I like it. Okay, so if we only need 2 stacks, that makes 8. So we only need 16 silicon, which I think is literally what it's going to make. How is our power doing? Power is perfectly fine. Okay, there's our IC chips. Did you not want to cut, Mr. Wafer? Cutter. Okay, that's fine. Oh, Mr. Pipe didn't want to work. So he'll be 90 seconds, but that's fine. I'll throw the second one in there. So we have 3 minutes until those guys are done. Okay, annealed copper's done. Electrum copper is done. IC chips are done. We're in the process of making the transistors. Integrated circuits should be done, or yeah, they're nearly done. So we almost have high voltage circuits. Hot. Okay, how do we make the silicon plates? In a bender. Easy peasy. Want the silicon. Ooh, they got rid of the extended AE. So yeah, silicon for applied energistics is definitely going to be a bit of a tougher one to deal with, but that's fine. So let him go. Okay. It's just a lot of waiting at this point, but he is almost done his MV tier. Then it should still have enough liquid tin in here to handle doing the rest of them. Almost done. Yay. There's 32 of the 64 RAM chips. Yep. Another StarTech coin. How many coins do we have now? 53. We've almost returned the 64 we spent on the jet boots. Nice. I like that. You're still chugging along. You're just doing your thing. The cutter would get quite a bit faster. Like the RAM chips, they'd be 67 instead of 90 seconds if we made him go in distilled water. But that's all stuff we can set up once we have applied energistics. So I know with the main base, because I'm going to rebuild the entire base and everything, once I get the main base up and going, I never want to see cardboard and bubble wrap in my life again. That bad, eh? Poor guy. So, but anyways, I know for the main base I want to do the big ME controller and stick with the channels, but I'm kind of thinking for now, just because it's right in the quest book and they do allow for it, I might turn off AE2 channels while we're doing things around here. Just because I can only make so much applied energistics and it's so expensive that I'll turn off the channels until we make the big core. And then I'll turn it back on. I think that's fair. So the end base will be channel controlled. And we'll do all the peer-to-peer networks and stuff that we normally do with AE2. But for now, I'll disable it. Otherwise, the applied energistics system is only going to be so useful. Like, it's not going to be useful in the long run. Oh. Nanoprocessor? Nope. Quantum? Nope. Like, once I make these, what's their next step? Data orbs, don't care. Or it's like 256. So when it comes to doing the integrated circuits, this is as high as we can go, as high voltage. And then it starts going down a new path to make like the next tier of chip. Which kinda stinks. But that's okay. Okay, there's our 16 silicon. Take him in the bender. To make the plate, we need to set him to 1. We overmade on how much tin wire we need, but this is exactly how much of this we need. Okay, so now to make the transistor, yeah, we need the liquid polyethylene, which is already in there, and you guys. So you'll take a bit, but you should make us the 2 stacks of transistors that we need to make the high voltage circuits. The MV circuits are done. So is that all we're waiting for? Yeah, that's literally all we're waiting for. Because I've already got the tin in there. So once these guys are done, that's it. Then we're into high voltage. Our first high voltage circuit. Man, is that exciting. Annealed copper basic arc furnace. Really? I'm not going to get the... Get that. No, you're locked. Why are you locked? What is your dependency? Ethylene. Oh, because I never grabbed a bucket of ethylene. Oh, I hate those stupid check marks. Let's grab a bucket of ethanol. Oh. Did it actually save it all? Quest complete. Quest complete. Quest complete. It did get it. And then once we pick up the transistors... Let's just pick those up right now. Quest complete, transistors. Okay, let's start making our first high voltage circuit. Okay. You, and you. And then he can start... Oh man, that was great. Bunch of StarTech coins. All for picking up a bucket of ethanol. I'll just throw that in there, I guess. Okay. So we got our transistor. I guess we're going to have to make a basic arc furnace. I really don't want to, but I don't really have a choice. 4x tin wire. I bet you if we put him on 4, that'll make him. Yep. We're just gonna craft it. I don't want to... We'll make it all molten. I don't care. 2 of those guys. Just need an LV machine hull. And then he can live in his life in there, because we already made the MV. Oops. Okay. And then we just need to grab the annealed copper. So the quest book counts it. Beautiful. And now we'll get our credit for making the high voltage circuits. And there they are. Woo! High voltage circuits. And we did that just before day 200. Man, look at us go. We are doing absolutely fantastic. That's great. I'm so happy that we have high voltage circuits. That's crazy. We're so close technically we could get that quest now real quick here. We'll just pick him up. Enable working. Let them do their thing. How's that chest? That chest is very full. That's fine. How are we doing for aluminum? Ooh. That's lots of silicon. That's lots of sodium. I don't know what we're going to do with the sodium. Sodium sulfate. Well, we can mix that with chlorine to get salt. Lithium, which isn't very useful. How are these guys doing? Ooh. That's looking good. We're done with the arc furnace for now. Let's pick up that oxygen. We'll throw that in there. You are done, so let's take you, pick up our remaining polyethylene. Still have 15 buckets, so we've only used 5 buckets in the last little bit here. That's good. You are almost done. We can pick you up, clean all that up. Barrel. Well, that's just a regular barrel. Clean you guys up. You're just about done, and you have a lot of glue. Raw rubber pulp. What can we do with you? Make raw rubber. Or construction foam. Okay. Let's throw all that in there. He's good. He's still chugging along. So that'll give us 32 HV circuits. Which that works out good. So now HV, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I think we're also going to make the high voltage. Okay, if we feed you nitrogen. Nitrogen and the stainless steel dust gives us a stainless steel ingot. If we set it for circuit type 2, it should do it in 36.8 seconds. Let's grab some nitrogen. Where are you? Methane, mercury, oxygen, nitrogen. Is our stainless steel still sitting over here? It sure is. So say we put you there. Set you for circuit type 2, so it's at 36. Okay, so being that it's a high voltage one, makes no difference. Watch, it's because that one's still an LV. Wouldn't that suck? Well, another person to ban. Bye. We don't want you around here. Stop advertising your useless crap. Tiny piles of ash dust. Okay, so he's going to chug along. He's going to make us our stainless steel. And that's what we need to start finally getting into the high voltage stuff. Draconic infusion. Oh, Lord. Order-centric void. Paradox plasma. Chaotix. I kind of want to see what both these guys make. Helium-3. Wow. Chaotix alloy ingot. Helium-3. What do you need this for? UIV high strength panel. Requires absolute stabilization. Okay. Subatomic particle lattice isolation terminal. Or the Ooh, we're gonna have to make lots of those things. Ooh, that's quite the, what does that thing make? Multi-threaded slicer. Available recipe types. Oh! It's a multi-threaded cutter. Extruder, lathe, and wire mill. Ooh, that's cool. Okay, how are we doing? He's just working through his random crap. Guess we can grab all of that crap. Okay, the rare earth. Yeah, we wanted to centrifuge that. To have a small chance at neodymium. Oops. Then we throw that into a blast furnace. And that can make our large neodymium magnets, which will, like, supercharge our power. Okay. Cadmium. Interesting. Okay. So to make this, so we have the silicon dust, that's easy. The phosphorus. That comes from the phosphate dust? Oh no, the apatite. That's right. That's the direction we're going. The apatite. Pyrochlor dust. Impure. Which is U. So how do I get the most out of U? So we do the ore washer. Electric ore factory. Oh, that's the MV. Technically, we could start doing this. Start doing the electric ore factory. Because we have the basic one right here. That would technically get us the most out of him. But I think for now, let's just do the ore washer. I'm sorry, sir. You need to LV distilled water and crushed. What? Oh, that's the chemical bath. That would be why. Okay, you do your thing. I release. What do you make? Oh, you're a better option for manganese. Could do that. What about magnesite? Magnesium, don't really care. Lithium, also don't really care. Okay, you two idiots can do your thing. Rare metallic residue. Let's throw that in our electrolyzer. Here he is. Let you do your thing. Aluminum, manganese, silicon. But that takes a lot of it. Otherwise, I don't think it has any use. So that'll be nice when we have the applied system, because all these different dusts and stuff, like, as soon as we get that dust in the system, just tell it, go put it into one of the electrolyzers. And then we don't have to micromanage that crap. So you'll start chewing through. That'll get us some extra silver. It's not bad. appetite. And that is... yeah, because we don't have sodium phosphate. I don't think we have access to that right now. Yeah, that's Ivy stuff. So I think right now that might be absolute chemical line. Oh, mincemeat, all that. So you put all that crap in there and then you get all that. Alright. Gelatin mixture. Probably can't do that right now. Collagen dust. Which comes from mincemeat. Which is literally grinding up fish. Gross. Okay. So there's our first 9. So we put him in an electrolyzer, which is currently busy doing all that crap. Well, that's fine. You're busy. Everybody's busy. Yeah, having multiple electrolyzers, definitely awesome. Let's pick you up. Pick up the last of our glue. So there's 16 full buckets of glue. Okay, let's see how you did. You're still chugging along. That's okay. You can take your time. It's not like I'm waiting for you or anything. Okay, since we're waiting... those are Canthal blocks. Okay. Let's grab all this crap. Okay, we need to make that other hatch, the one that's up top. This one. The muffler hatch. So let's make 2 MV muffler hatches. MV muffler hatch. Oh, a machine hull. Didn't see that one coming. MV motors. Really? Hello, Mr. Bender. Please make 2 steel sheets. Thank you. Okay. Okay. And then in here, yep. So there's our maintenance hatch. Okay. That should be everything we need to make our second blast furnace. Ooh. Should probably put a barrel on that. Let's grab all that. We'll wait till he's done. It's only 26 seconds. But then once he's done, we'll change out his LV muffler hatch. And in return, while we're waiting for that actually, there's our muffler hatch right there. We'll have to start figuring out how we're going to do our inputs and outputs. Okay, he's done. There's our stainless. Our carbon monoxide. Our nitrogen. Let's grab the rest of that. I want it. We'll just borrow him for now. Okay, because we have to change around. I don't think we can wall share these input and output hatches. So let's do, yeah, something like that. Give our wire quick little snippages. Disconnect you from there. Okay. So that's input hatch and input bus. We'll do the same thing. No, I actually don't need him. That's the wall share. Put our other blast furnace. We may have to start using the back side. Okay. So let's put him there. Put down 2 more Cantel blocks and put him there. So there's all our inputs taken care of right there. And then I think what we'll do is we'll do in the back here. This is where we'll do our output bus and output hatch. And then since you're the hatch, we'll do the opposite here. Put you in. Put you guys in. We need to change you out. The muffler. We need to put his maintenance hatch there, which he'll need maintenance in a minute here. And then we'll put you, and you down. And just like that. Then if we want to get, like, really fancy, we could do. Let's just do something like that. Real quick here. We'll do some barrels. We all know how much I love my barrels. Okay. So the output bus on either one makes me want to change these around a little. We know the output buses are the items. So then we can say right there and right there are the outputs, and then we'll just run item pipes. Let's make sure we don't have a bunch more hiding. Nope, we do not. So let's just make up some. That real quick. And we need to give you the snip snip. And you the snip snip. So now everybody should be running at MP. Okay, let's do this. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, that looks good. Then we'll just make... So now... Well, I wonder if I can have these guys point up. Wouldn't that be... Oh, I can. Then why don't we do that on both of them? Then we'll say you. And watch the machine not like it. Wouldn't that be funny? So we'll do that. We'll do that. Tell you to eject. Okay. Then let's just break these. And then at some point we can put in some drums right there and right there. We have some spare? We do not. Let's do drum. What can you handle? Gases, acids, but you can't do... And you should be able to do liquids and cryogenics. Okay, why don't we do that? Or a little bit of stainless steel here. Let's make some stainless steel drums. Okay, extruder with the long rod. Let's give you 4 ingots. And then bender on 1 will give you 8. That'll make us some stainless steel drums. 5, 6, 7, 8. It's a necessary evil. We'll do that and that. And then we'll set up our fluid pipes. 1, 2, 3. Oops, need those connected. I do not want you, but I do want you. Want you, not you. And just like that. I like it, I like it. So now let's put our nitrogen back in here. Perfect. I'll give you the stainless steel, which you're already set to 2. Muffler hatch is obstructed. Of course it is. Fine. We'll do it the difficult way. I had a sneaking suspicion it was not going to like that. And then when it's done, it should put all the stainless steel up there. Put some drums. That's carbon monoxide. That's not full. That's a gold drum. It's a bunch of LVE machine hatches and crap. Okay, let's grab some casings, just to kind of clean things up a little. Yep. There. And now we could... What do we need to do? Silicon in here. So he could just do straight up 1-to-1. Okay, well then let's let you do that. Sir. You should be running at MV. Oh, right, because you need maintenance, that's why. That's like all my tools right there. Yes. What else needs maintenance? Screws are loose. Oh, I forgot my screwdriver. I always forget that. Okay. So now let's see. 9.2 amps. Fours. I've seen lots of 5s and 4s, but I haven't seen a 3 yet. I think it's literally just keeping up perfect. Excellent. So that's 2 high voltage guys running. Yeah, we're consuming 9.2 amps right now. But you don't have any fluid input. But you're just going to sit there and make silicon. Let's just give you everything we can. There, you just make away. You're just gonna sit here and run and make blast furnaces or silicon non-stop. And you're gonna make our stainless steel. Which I don't think you've made any... I actually don't know where that carbon monoxide came from. carbon monoxide. What would I have been doing? Oh, yeah, that's right. So that was like a one and done, no big deal kind of thing. Could mix it with some oxygen. Make carbon dioxide. But we're not going to do that right now. Okay. Few dependencies. Inscriber press. Certus quartz crystal. Silicon ingot, which is done. So, okay. So let's see what it's going to take to get our first batch of Certus quartz crystals. Ore grinding. Technically, that'll do it. I don't think I can get the budding crystals. I think that's a load of crap. So, Certus quartz dust in an autoclave. Which I don't think we've actually made an autoclave yet, so we'll have to look at doing that. But we can get that from quartzite, quartz sand, which, yeah, comes all the way down the processing line of him. Okay. So the best use for him, so we put him in here, we guaranteed one, might get a second, lower and lower and getting a third. Or we put him in our cutter, get the raw Certus quartz, and then grind it, which will turn it into 4. And then we could purify it, get refined again. And then refined, we could turn into the Certus quartz. And then that is what will turn in the autoclave into the actual Certus quartz ore. Okay. Well, let's go grab what we have. I'm gonna start him on his first stack. Oh, yes. We're gonna move you. I don't like where you are. I'm gonna put you right there. Well, that's blocking it, so I don't care. Let's grab our wire cutters. And a quick snip. And then we're going to do our fluid pipe. Put him there. Now he's getting his distilled water, which will speed him up again. Let's do a barrel, our item pipes. Throw the barrel down. Tell him you can auto output. And you'll be my input man. Disconnect you. Okay. There we go. So now in theory I should be able to put that in there. He'll start cutting at a much faster pace and dumping it into the barrel. Okay. We'll have to eventually find a new machine to put there, but I don't know what that's going to be right now. What the heck? What is in you that you're not so happy with? You look like just water. Yeah, you're literally just water, dude. What's your problem? Oh. I wonder if he accidentally got some... Bet you that's the problem. Nope. What is your deal? Everybody down this way is all happy. I really don't know. Alright, well then I guess it must think there's another fluid in this pipe somewhere, and it doesn't know how to deal with it. I think it may have accidentally sucked out some of the distilled water. I think. It even says it's just water. But it doesn't like something because I can't pick it up with this bucket. It's just water. Okay, that's even weirder. Explain that one. It's fine going over there, but not here. Now it's fine going here. Explain that one. Goddamn create. I mean, it's not like it was crucial. As you can see, I'm not exactly slow on still take spores. Wait, I think there was a better way. Yeah. Dust and water in the barrel transformation if I want to make it special water, apparently. I could technically replace this whole machine, or, like, change this machine around to get better clay output on it, but I don't want to do that. If I wanted to, like, Gregify it. It's fine being create for now. We'll Gregify it when we decide to get rid of the spin mod. Okay, let's just put some slabs back in there. Huh, I wonder when that broke. Oh, whatever. I don't think we need any of this anymore. At least not until I start using the kiln again. But at that point, I'll just give it its own dedicated water source. It's just less spin mod crap going around. Yeah, in fact, we can break all of that and just put in a single shaft. Oh, would you look at that? That broke now. Oh my goodness, man. Create is just not having a good day. Look at it. Broke down here too now. That's not your fluid output. Man, today it is really special wire. I think I'm pretty sure it's just not liking this pushing and pulling. I think that's what's driving it nuts. Actually, why did it... Oh, right. See, it's all good now. Yeah, I'm getting to the point now where I might have to use pipes. The only reason I'm even using Create is just because it can pull directly from the source. That's the only reason I'm using Create. But I'm getting to the point where I'm ready to get rid of it. Or, even better, have something set up with... Even if it's just Create pulling into a tank and then have the AE system put it in. Because I don't think there's a sink. Sure isn't. Because that'd be an infinite source of water, and just have the AE system accept water in, and then the AE system can start doing all that. It can put water in here, and all over the place. We don't need Create for that crap anymore. Whatever. Just salty. We need to make an autoclave. Machine hall. Oh. I never see it coming. I never... Okay. Right. So we were already making steel sheets over here. Please make motor. Already made you. Let's make pipe. Autoclave. Okay, Mr. Autoclave. When I say I want Certus quartz out of you... Where are you? Right there. You're another distilled water type machine. Okay, we're gonna break down Create again. Oh my god. Seriously, dude. Because you... you can run off regular water. I really don't care. But you, I want running off of distilled water. Because then it goes from a chance to a guarantee. Speaking of that, hello, Mr. Cutter. I think next step for that, yes, is the macerator. Oh, there's its problem. I just saw the particles. Did anybody else see that? They were dark purple. It was mad because it was sucking out witch water. That was its problem. Alright. Water's been restored. And you also want water, so you're just going to come across here like that. Oh, wait. Never mind. What am I doing? You're getting the distilled water. It's you that needs the regular water. But you're not getting that right now. I don't care. Okay, there's all of our machines that need it. So we take the crushed quartz. And where does she go to next? So this is where we're at. So either put it in a thermal centrifuge, which turns it into refined, or we put it into the macerator again, which makes him pure. But if we do refined, but is that like actually better? It actually almost seems like this guy here might be the way to go, but I don't want to get into that business. Okay, so we're at the point where we're getting crushed. I don't need the nether quartz ore or dust out of that, because I can get like tons of it. It's not beneficial to me. So ore washing it doesn't really help. Thermal centrifuge, just to get the barite. Barium, sulfur, that makes oxygen. I don't know what barium does. That could be something we may want. Which is fine. Like, I don't mind doing it. What are we doing? 34 and 33. I think that second blast furnace is literally going to spend its life just making silicone for now. I honestly can't see a way or a reason for it to be any better. Okay, so then we take a refined, put it through the pulverizer again. Or we make a forge hammer. That's like half a second. All it's doing is just getting us more barite. Watch them doing all this, and then they're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, by the way, like, barite is basically useless." Like, oh, okay. There'll probably come a time where I do need it. What is this saw? How'd we do for neodymium? 18 for 12. Technically, we could do one coil with it. That's fine. We'll worry about that crap later. Let's just throw all this in there. Okay. So we are making Certus quartz, which is great. It can be grown in the autoclave from dust or gotten by purified Certus quartz through a sifter. Is that what it recommends? Taking a crush and putting it through a sifter. Or is it saying the refined and then put it through a sifter? No. I don't know what it's talking about. Let's just look at it right now. Macerator. So that's how it says to do it. Let's get the thermal. That's how it recommends to do it. Oh my goodness. We did not get a lot of appetite. I was really hoping for more appetite. That's not so bueno. Because that'll give us 6. And we need 8. Dang it. Monazite. Wasn't I getting Mana? No. I think at this point the cutter just needs to go non-stop because we're starting to accumulate a lot of different things. Oh, we're literally getting an appetite geode. Oh my god. Are you serious? This just goes to show my awareness of like what's actually going on around here. That's fine. That's fine. I'm not upset. I'm just disappointed. Are you still, like, actually running and all happy? No, you're not. What the hell's wrong with you? Oh, you're out of stone dust. Every time I turn around, it's just another machine that's like, nope. You're happy. You're running perfectly. I don't know how you're getting sand in there. That makes 0 sense to me how that's in there. Oh, maybe it was from when the belt accidentally ran backwards. Maybe. I don't know, man. I just work here. Okay, well, everybody's happy, so... At this point, it's just a lot of material processing. We're sitting at about the 3.5 hour mark. I'm trying to balance between if I want to do 3 or 4 hour streams. So, it's usually at this point that viewership starts to drop down because everybody starts getting busy. So, I think we'll try it at 3.5 for today. So we'll call the stream here. I'll sit and work on some ore processing and stuff later on. Depending on how I feel, I may turn the stream back on later tonight while I just go through and do some processing, but we'll see. But other than that, I think that's where we're going to call it. So we've made some huge strides towards applied energistics. We're starting on Certus quartz. We got HV, all that fun stuff. So it seems like we're a little slow or behind the scenes, but in reality we're actually going to be ahead because we're doing this phosphorus doped monocrystalline silicon boule. So it's a little more of a pain in the butt, but once we get it, we're looking like really good because then we can start making all our applied energistic stuff a bit cheaper. We make them 4 at a time instead of 1 at a time. So that'll just help us out much better. So by next stream, either later tonight or tomorrow or Friday, we should be getting into applied energistics. I can't see why we can't. So, yeah. All right. Everybody enjoy their days. We will chat with everybody later. Thanks to those that were hanging out. Otherwise, have yourselves a great day. Bye-bye.